Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel for another Ninjago video. So sorry if I'm a little late on this, but we've received some more Ninjago season 13 news, and what it's regarding is the identity of the Skull Sorcerer, and also episode 1 and 2 of Ninjago season 13 have been released but in Chinese. So I'm just basically going to talk about the identity of the Skull Sorcerer first, and then I'll talk about what happened in episode 1 and 2. So I'll just read the description because it talks about who the Skull Sorcerer is. Cole runs first into a nest of dire bats and then into a cave tunnel filled with giant spiders, but Princess Vania and her pet dragon Chompy arrive just in time to free Cole, and they escape back to the surface where they tell King Vangelis about the evil Skull Sorcerer. In a shocking twist, however, Vangelis reveals that he is the Skull Sorcerer. So it looks like that King Vangelis, so I'm saying his name wrong, so basically it looks like he will be the Skull Sorcerer, another villain plot twist, and also he's the father of Princess Vania, so it looks like her father will be the Skull Sorcerer. So I'm kind of sick of all of these plot twists with the villains being someone and like being a good character, but they get revealed to be the main villain. So I'm kind of sick of all of these plot twists with the villains because we've been seeing this since season 7. So I'm kind of annoyed with this, and hopefully that we don't see a plot twist with a villain again for a long time in Ninjago. But it looks like that he's going to be the Skull Sorcerer, so much for him being a new character, or Klaus. But I feel like it's a good time to not bring Klaus back into Ninjago with what's happening with Ninjago after season 11. But it also says in the description that Princess Vania has a pet dragon called Chompy, so that sounds pretty interesting. But I think that dragon that comes in the $19 set with one of the geckos, and also Wu is Princess Vania's dragon. Like, I know it says that it's Wu's dragon, but I think it's Princess Vania's dragon maybe. But this description sounds interesting for episode 9. So episode 1 and episode 2 of Ninjago season 13 have been released, but they're in Chinese. So when the episodes come out in July the 6th or 7th, we'll find out what they're saying, because that's when the episodes release in English. But I'm just going to talk about quickly what happened in these episodes. So at the start of episode 1, we see Cole playing some games, and then Lloyd comes to join him, and then we see Nia and Jay raking some leaves in the monastery, and then we see that Wu is looking depressed, and then we see Misako because she comes back in this episode, and also we see the mailman return in this episode, and he brings a letter of Princess Vania's party, her birthday party, and he delivers it to the ninja, and then the ninja set up their things and go on the Destiny's Bounty to go to the kingdom. But then they basically get attacked by some of those bats, but then get saved by the kingdom of Shintaro guards, and then they set sail for the kingdom. And then in episode 2, we basically see where we left off with the ninja going to the kingdom of Shintaro, and then them meeting the king and also meeting Princess Vania. And then we skip to where we see Cole in his room, and then we see Lloyd come and talk to Cole, and then we see one of the geckos in the room, and then Cole sees that he has his mother's necklace, and he tries to get the gecko, but then basically the gecko escapes, and then Princess Vania goes to Cole asking for help to go look what's happening in the dungeons. And then Cole and Princess Vania sees what's happening, and they see that the Skull Sorcerer has some monsters and geckos in prison, and they're enslaved working for the Skull Sorcerer. But then basically Cole goes to face the Skull Sorcerer, while Princess Vania goes back up to the surface to tell everyone about what's happening in the dungeons. And then we basically see Cole, he can't use his powers, and then he basically gets captured. So episode 1 and episode 2 are pretty good episodes. I thought episode 1 was an alright episode because at the start of the episode it was kind of boring, and it kind of gave me some season 11 vibes with Cole playing some video games and him wearing the guzzler and the chicken there. But then later things improved and got much more better, and also I really liked seeing the return of the mailman and Misako, so that was pretty cool. Also the intro with this season with the music and everything is pretty cool, and also the title cards for the episodes look pretty cool as well. Then episode 2 was a way more better episode, with things picking up way more faster, and things and the plot and the flow of the episode being way more better than episode 2. So I think episode 2 is a much more better episode, and it also looks like that Princess Vania and Cole may have a relationship, which I'm all right with. But I thought that these episodes were pretty cool and everything. I thought episode 1 was an all right episode, and episode 2 to be a way more better episode. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think of the episodes in the comments, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.